Good afternoon and welcome to the next in the series of the Successful Introvert Workshop. My name is Brian Johnson and it's great to be here this afternoon on this beautiful Tuesday. I hope you're all well and finding some time, some space to take some time out of a busy day. And what I really enjoy about these weekly workshops is just the opportunity to share with people the different things which are happening and noticing and learning as we explore different subjects week by week. Just a bit about my background. I come from a financial services background, spent 30 years working in financial services, and for many of those, feeling like a frustrated introvert, knowing I wanted to do more, but not knowing how to go about it. And really, I learned the hard way, the way forward. And for the last few years, I've been a bit of a transformational journey, changing the direction I'm going in and trying and doing different things, exploring what I really enjoy, and have flipped around where I'm working. And now I really enjoy helping people reach out and achieve their full potential. 4 years ago, I couldn't really imagine myself being happy standing in front of people speaking on a subject I feel confident about, and it's just noticing how that transformation has happened and sharing some of the things I have learned. So today, really focusing on networking events. And the question is, what is your immediate thought that comes into mind when you hear networking events? Do you get the sense of dread inside, your stomach dropping? Is it something, how can I avoid this? What do I do when I get there? Ooh. Is your mind racing through all the things which could possibly go wrong and make it a disaster? You feel unhappy with what's happening. The question is really, what has caused you to feel this way? The big question is, what causes you to feel fear when you think about networking? And often by looking backwards from where we came from, we can see where we learnt to fear, that the previous experience is. Have you ever previously walked into a networking event and felt frozen with fear, don't know who to talk to? I, for many years, forced myself to attend networking events to advance my career and really hated an awful lot of them and almost go my way not to talk to people, which is the reason I was there, the really first reason. Over time, I noticed that I wasn't the only person who felt uncomfortable there, and I realised there was a huge potential there to network with people, like-minded people, who want to network and are struggling to attend events. They don't really know anybody, and what do they do? And that's really is my eureka moment. It's really got me to the point of starting. What can I gain? What will I gain from being there? What should I gain from being there? And ultimately, if you're going to an event, be clear on what you want to get out there. The starting point is really to get a piece of paper, jot down your top 5 reasons for going. And what difference will they make to you? How important are they to you? Do you want to network with particular people? Do you want to meet new contacts? Do you want to learn something new from the speaker at the networking event? Do you want to see what a different company's office looks like, for example? I always used to enjoy going to different offices in the city and seeing what their meeting rooms are like and the views across the city, getting different expected views across the city, London, where I'm based. And that was one of the benefits of going. One of the reasons of going was to try to go somewhere new. And using for me, being clear on that, actually, I now want to meet people and hopefully open up job opportunities in the future, career moves in the future, build relationships, get to know different people, get to explore different things which are going on in the industry. And these are all reasons, and it's figuring out what is your top reasons for going. And that's really the starting point. Then you think about the reasons you get going. You think about moving on, you know, what could be interesting or fun? What could you make interesting and what should be interesting and fun? How can it be interesting and fun? Well, just imagine yourself standing in a networking event, thinking about, actually, this is going to be fun. What do I need to do to make that true? What does it feel like when I'm enjoying a networking event? What does it look like? What am I hearing? What sounds am I hearing? What am I smelling even? Notice how different it makes you feel when you think about the positives. Things. Ooh. Yeah, that fantastic review. Oh, getting to chat to somebody, continuing a conversation I had with them 3 or 4 months ago. And all those things, noticing what is going to be interesting and fun, what is, should, will be. You know, everything you can do to make it interesting and fun. What skills do you need to enjoy that? You need to be able to listen. You need to be able to observe. Beyond listening and observing, what do you need to be able to enjoy it? As an introvert, you know, to listen and observe is a great skill. So I can go and observe. Fun. You can watch interaction between other people and notice what's going on. What other skills? What are the stretch areas? What can you do? What do you need to do? Are you able to talk? And when you found that way to really explore how you're going to enjoy what skills you need, ask yourself, what difference will it make to me? When I come back from that next networking event, having an enjoyable evening, having the conversations I want, how am I going to feel? What difference does it make? The really important thing, what difference is it going to make when I do it differently? Something really useful to reflect on is, how does my approach differ from other people? If you look around at networking, how are other people engaging? Big, loud extrovert groups, you've got the smaller groups, the conversations, and noticing where you feel comfortable. Do you want to be the fly on the wall in the big extrovert group, or do you want to be having the one-to-one conversations? Where it's going to make a difference to you going forward? So having a clear plan is really the key to having successful networking. The clear plan really comes down to, you know, I've broken it down here to 5 questions. What will you do when you arrive? You arrive at an event. You know, what time does it start? What time do you want to arrive? When you get there, what will you do? Looking around, seeing who else is there, where you can stand, grabbing a coffee or a cup of tea or whatever. And what do you notice when you look around? You notice other people not talking to each other? Do you notice the large social groups? Think about who you want to talk to? Who could you talk to? What's that first starting conversation? As English people, you always often start with the weather. If you travel to a meeting, it's often, oh, how did you get here? And it's really learning to appreciate the basic interaction conversation, the icebreakers, questions. What will you say is quite a good way. People know that if you don't know them, you're just really breaking the ice. And really asking questions about the person. People generally love to talk about themselves. Asking about what they did the weekend, what they're planning for next weekend, what they do as a job, what they most enjoy about the job, where they see themselves going. There's lots of really interesting questions you can ask. And for me, it's always about trying to follow the conversation and find something in common. The challenge there is to find something in common you can talk about. It's into sport, different pastimes, cycling, and various other things you can talk about. And people love to talk about themselves, so give them an opportunity to talk. That is the key. Notice what they enjoy talking about. So enjoying networking events is all about being aware. As people around you, introvert, I'm great for people watching, so I'm aware, and therefore gives me an advantage over an extrovert who's busy talking. I'm there listening, I notice. So it's really thinking about what you will say, what you do. Being prepared with a starting point is really how to make it a success. Going, thinking about like 5 reasons you want to go, things you're going to enjoy about going there, and how you're going to start conversations with people you don't know. Just creating an image in your mind of successful event, having a great conversation, learning something new, meeting someone unexpected who knows somebody you know, and having a conversation about common hobbies, things you're really passionate about. Those are the things we can expect, and things we can look forward to doing. And that just gives you a bit of energy when you walk in the room. Walked in the room before and made a joke, looked at someone and said, oh, I don't know anybody here, so I'll just introduce myself. Instant icebreaker because they were standing alone. No, yeah. And their response was, I don't really know anyone here. And the basic, what to do, who do you work for, why have you come here, led to the conversation. And they appreciated me making the effort to talk to them. Naturally, we attracted 2 or 3 other people in a similar situation because they were going there to talk to, and creating an small, open, quiet group of introverts to talk to each other in a way they're comfortable, made other people feel comfortable and more welcome there, and eventually that turns into a fun evening. I just look back at all the networking events I attended to in my old life, and there's so many unexpected conversations just by walking up to somebody who's standing alone. So there are some people who don't really want to talk, and that's fine. You can move on to somebody else. Never be afraid to make an excuse and talk to somebody else. If someone is just going, yes, no, you don't have to talk to people who are just answering yes and no. Go and find somebody else, or invite someone else to join your conversation to make it more of a two-way. But find the level of conversation you want, and be looking for. Ultimately, the question in the back of your mind is, how am I enjoying this? What am I going to do to enjoy this? So what have you learned today? I've learned that Now, I know my limit for speaking without interruption is around 15-20 minutes mark, and you'll never find me wanting to speak longer, because that's where my energy is drained. I need to recharge the batteries after these calls. I really do go and recharge, do something different, because it takes so much energy out to do these things. And as an introvert, I need to manage my energy and find the right flow to succeed at what I want to do. So what are you going to do different? How are you going to change your mindset? What is the next step for you? What help do you need? Who can you ask? All big questions to think about. And for me, it's not about listening to someone bombarding your ideas eyes on end. It's about, are you taking one small step forward today? What will you do different tomorrow? Who will you smile at? Who will you make an effort to engage in conversation? 10 seconds, 30 seconds. How will you know you're moving forward? You can do it. You should be able to do it. And by small change, you will do it. And it's just often nudging yourself forward that makes a difference. So, as you head back to work, and I finished today, really, thanks for your time, and we really appreciate any feedback you give me. If you want to know more, you can email me at brian@brianpauljohnson.com. You can always jump on a call and talk through how I can help you in a really structured way, dealing with the challenges you face, you want to overcome, so you can continue to move forward and you can get the success you deserve. So have a great week and enjoy the rest of your day.